All right, hello everybody. CryptoVin here, CryptoVin YouTube channel. Thanks a lot for watching, much appreciated. Going to be doing a video today on the Devikins, specifically the combat part review. And today's video is brought to you by Pangolin Coin. Pangolin Coin is a proof of stake, open source, decentralized, blockchain-based cryptocurrency utilizing the ZK snarks and sapling privacy protocols for shielded transactions. So if you guys haven't already done so, if you could hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and hit that notification bell. That way you get notified of my videos as soon as they come out. Like to give a big shout out and a thank you to everybody that has recently subscribed. Much appreciated. All right, so let's get into it. Let's go over to Twitter here. I'm on the Devikins Twitter account here, and you can find the latest information here on Devikins. You got the Discord link, you got the homepage link, and you can read about Devikins and the combat part, which is, let's see, should have the white paper down here somewhere. Right here. So you can scroll down and get a link to the, I'll leave the links in the description too as well of this video. Let's go over to their homepage. All right, so as you can see here, I'm on their homepage, devikins.com. And they have an 11-minute video. It's a long video, so I'm not going to show the whole thing, but you can kind of see what the combat part's going to be looking like. It's a turn-based combat. You have a Devikins here on the right, and you have your creatures or monsters here on the left, and you have your health bar up top, and then you have a scare meter on below, and you have the Devikins with their different kinds of weapons. And this guy here, he's a pet. So I recommend watching the whole video when you get a chance. Just trying to keep this video here short and brief. So I'm not going to be showing the whole thing. You can check out the white paper. This is specifically the combat white paper that I'm just going to go over real quick too. So they have instructions on how to start, how do you purchase your Devikins and your DVK, which is their token. And this talks about what makes a Devikins if you're not familiar with it. And they have a marketplace as well. You can buy a Devikin NFT there. So I'm going to leave a link in the description also on the video itself of my first video that I did about Devikins. And I'll go into more on what the game is like and everything. But okay, so let's go on to the white paper. So here's the Devikins Combat white paper. They do have an NFT white paper. I highly suggest you read if you haven't already. So let's go down to the introduction. Combat is the main form of gameplay for Devikins, and in its players can engage in PvE or player versus environment combat to evolve their team and learn more about the Devikin story and world, as well as a PvP, a player versus player combat, wherein players face each other to show off their skills and compete for greatness, fame, and heap of rewards. Okay, so the white paper is very long, and there's a lot of detail in it. So I'm just going to try to keep this short, but I'm going to leave a link in the description, like I said, and I suggest that you look at it more in depth when you get a chance. But let's talk about it quickly. So they have element types. Each Devikin will have a preferred element that will enhance their skills while they're in combat. And you can see here, for example, Lunarian, Void, and Lux elements. That's what their proficiency is in. And you'll have your weapons, which will also be NFTs. And the element type sets the element used to calculate damage from skills. The quality of the weapon and how much it can be improved. So obviously more stars, the better quality, the more times it can be improved. A power sanity scaling guides how much damage comes from the combatant's attributes. Critical chance is your chance of doling out a critical hit during combat, and critical damage bonus is the bonus damage you get when you inflict a critical damage hit. So if one has 50% critical damage bonus, and you would get 30 normally, you get add another 50%, you get 45 now during a critical damage strike. So gene sync, what is that? A weapon might have a gene synchronicity corresponding to any of the many gene rarities in Devikins, those being dominant, codominant, recessive, unique, mutated, and bonded. So the synchronization increases the weapon's damage based on Devikins genes. Combat durability. So this talks about the weapon's durability, which decreases over time when the weapon is used. When it reaches less than 50%, it loses its gene synchronicity. If it reaches 0, the scaling is reduced by half. The higher the weapon quality, the higher the durability. And you can repair the weapons using game resources. There are 10 weapon types in Devikins, spread out between physical and mental. Once more, physical weapons scale with power, whereas mental ones scale with sanity. Each personality has what we call weapon profile, which decides the type of weapons they can equip. The weapon profile lists it as follows. So here's a chart of what kind of weapons. If your Devikin is angry, fist, one hand, sword, hammer, dual wielding, and it goes on from there. Improvement grade, you can improve your weapons, increasing their critical chance, critical damage, bonus, power, sanity, scaling, and durability. So you can read about how to do that when you get a chance. The rarity of the weapon, and it goes by what similar to the NFT is: common, uncommon, rare, mythic, and eldritch. On a rare occasion, your weapon can have a special effect. Might give the wielder extra boss resistance or even have reactions. Reactions are explained below. So here, weapon progression. Just talks about you can increase the weapon stats and repair the weapon as well and restore it. So you can reforge a weapon by using scraps from or other old weapons. The forges, at the forges place and get a new weapon or recycle their already owned weapons. So I'm imagining that the forges will be a place on the main screen there. Weapon transcendency. You'll be able to move your weapon rarity level one tier up from its previous tier. Skills are abilities that combatants use in combat and can be likened to spells. A Devikin can equip up to 4 skills. Skills are composed of several attributes, and they are not NFTs. The attributes that make up a skill are as follows: ability, cooldown, and cooldown, trigger, target, accuracy, tags. Ability, skill ability applies one or more effects to the skill targets. An effect might be damage, a status condition, buff, debuff, and so on. Cooldown determines how long a combatant has to wait to use the skill again. The start of the combatant's turn is the most common trigger to update a skill. Cooldown, some skills might update their cooldown via a different trigger, such as landing a critical hit or defeating an enemy. A skill with no cooldown is considered a basic skill, and you can use that every turn. Target determines what kind of combatant can be targeted by a skill. Accuracy, skills can have tags, which are keywords that some reactions can respond to. The most common tag is offensive and is a tag given to any skill that causes damage. Skill progression, like Devikin, skills can level up, increasing their power even more. Each time a skill is used in combat, that skill earns XP. After earning enough XP, the skill may be leveled up. Equipment. Pieces of equipment offer passive boosts to Devikins. A Devikin can have up to 4 equipment slots: undies, socks, necklace, and bracelets. So it looks like the equipment is our NFTs as well, and will be in the marketplace. And it goes on to say what they do, and you can read that when you get a chance. So rarity, every piece of equipment has rarity. It follows Devikin's rarity scale: common, uncommon, rare, mythic, and eldritch. The rarity of equipment determines how strong the piece of equipment is. The following table presents the ranges of each rarity. Ability, the passive boosts provided by the equipment are under the ability attribute. Equipment may have additional set effects too. Some special equipment might have a passive effect attached to a trigger. For example, a 50% chance of performing a basic attack when being damaged. Equipment comes in each one of the 4 types: undies, socks, necklace, or bracelets. So if your Devikin has one or more of these, they get certain types of abilities. So team composition in Devikins, each combatant team is comprised of up to 4 Devikin and a pet. Each Devikin can equip 1 weapon, up to 4 skills, and up to 4 pieces of equipment. A pet wildcard support character that can be utilized in combat. It cannot be targeted, nor does it have HP. Pets have 1 skill that when ready, can be triggered in place of any player-owned Devikin's turn. So they're basically support characters in the game. Leveling up Devikin. Players can level up Devikin by using new items called Scream Jars and Honor Medals. Devikin improve their abilities by consuming the despair of others, and each type of Scream offers a different amount of XP. When a Devikin fills the needed XP requirements, they then use Honor Medals to level up. Scream Jars and Honor Medals can be obtained from PvE or player versus environment stage drops and general rewards. Players can promote their Devikins by burning other NFTs. Each promotion level requires a fixed number of NFTs. Promotion determines the maximum level a Devikin can reach. The absolute level cap is 100. So we talked about PvE combat, PvP combat. Check that out. Read it more when you get a chance. NFT tokenomics, NFT supply. So here's the roadmap. You can check that out when you get a chance. And that's going to be it for the white paper. So let me know what you think, guys. You excited for the combat part? I am. I am a early adopter of Devikins, and I've been playing it since the beginning. In the Three Amigos Guild, if you're interested in playing the game and want to join a guild, if there's space, you can certainly try to join. Appreciate you watching, everybody. Thank you very much. Like I said, if you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already done so, if you could subscribe and hit that notification bell, it'd be much appreciated. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next